Greetings, YouTube fans, Shaving Cadre fans, type 2 diabetes rescued by keto fans, super curve honing fans. I'm going to do a shave today, special shave. It's unusual. This will be like the third, in 2 days, like the third video I've done and put up on YouTube. But it's special. It's going to be a tribute to a friend, and I'll use some things that have some meaning in this hobby of mine that relate to him, and I'll be talking about those. And I'm also going to be trying out a new razor and be talking something about some of the remarkable edges that I recall in my experience that brought me to the place that I'm at in what I desire for myself out of this particular hobby. First up, the soap that I'm using today is Colonel Conk Bay Rum. The person I'm talking, that's the soap. The person I'm talking about, and he posted a YouTube video today that there's some change going on in his life that he finds good. And I think maybe there'll be people who are rejoicing in that, and I don't know where the future is in that, but I did say that I would raise a glass in his honor. Now, this is Johnnie Walker Black, which is not the type of scotch that he normally drinks or whatever, but he's probably the first one who got me with some level of interest in scotch. And here this is too, and with the shaving cadre, what do they call these? Cairn glasses? They're scotch glasses. And I know this is a violation of the rule of putting a piece of ice in there, but I do like it with ice. And I've tried a lot of different scotches, and I come back and the Johnnie Walker Black with a piece of ice gives me sensations of the different tastes in that, and I like it. And I like it cold. And here's to you, Jared Connerty. Thank you for being a great person to work with in your business venture. Okay, so that soap was one that I got from Jared, as well as this bowl. This was the bowl that came along with it, and I can't remember if these came as a pair. I do remember I mostly wanted that for the shave bowl. And Colonel Conk is, I think I just shaved with this the other day, as a matter of fact. I know I just shaved with it the other day. Matter of fact, it might have been the last video that I did where I shaved this, where I talked about economy shave or whatever. It's a satisfactory soap. It really is. It's not, I have a small personal preference to tallow-based soaps, but this puffs out pretty good and adequately does the job. And I didn't buy any brushes from Jared. I'm sorry, Jared. I'm just not a brush guy. So what I'm using is the Sterling flat top bore. It's a good brush. inexpensive, got a bang for your buck, and it does the job for me. And so, when I started straight razor shaving, I got a straight razor from a guy who talks about how his edges are smooth, and it was smooth. Okay, there's no question that it was a smooth edge. It was an excellent training piece for me, and what I wanted to have a razor as I was going through my preliminary. When I started shaving with a straight razor, I decided that since I believed that learning to shave was a practice of good repetition, using the same stuff and not changing around. While most people nowadays in the hobby, you know, you use like a different thing every shave because you got so much stuff. But in the acquisition of the skills you need, it becomes doing the same thing over and over and over again. And with the straight razor, I wanted to, and the common belief is it takes 100 shaves to learn to shave with a straight. I bought into that, and I decided that I would commit to 100 shaves, nothing else. And I started off the way I had been instructed to by some of the great people who served kind of as mentors to me in learning to shave with a straight razor. And they described how you start off with portions, usually just with a downward stroke on the cheeks, and then switch over to another tool that you use and slowly build upon that. And that was the path that I took. The other recommendation that seemed to make sense to me was even though you're using the one razor, get a second razor, okay, with a known edge, with somebody with a reputation, and use that as your benchmark to gauge whether something has happened to your edge along the way. Okay, so, and that razor I got was this one right here, the Sunday Shaver. This is a Dovo, what's the number on this? 91, I think, is on this. This is unique in that the blank shape is the same blank that is used in the 5/8 flagship piece from Dovo, the Burger Shirlel, known to be manufactured and handled by the best of the best. Okay, I seem to think because of the grinding on this was the same thing, and I bought one of these. Oh, by the way, it is Monday, November the 28th. And I got this because I like the looks of it. Okay, so and I got this also from Jared. This became the benchmark for me to measure against my training razor, which had the very, very gentle edge. This was when I first shaved with this. This was after I'd gotten comfortable with the other razor, and it was a remarkable improvement. I think this was honed at a time when before Jared had gotten into, I think he knew about it at the time, but before he started shaping his stones. I'm not really sure. I suspect he honed this on the cuticle that he had used for thousands of razors. Okay, so I'm going to do part of that shave with this, and kind of hard for me to necessarily gauge performance because I don't have a huge amount of beard growth like I usually do in my hobo recovery period. This always was the standard bearer. And I can't remember, I know at one time I rehoned this. I cannot remember if I've done this on the Super Curve. And for those of you who don't know, the Super Curve is the name that I assigned to the use of 2 or more different radius curved stones to differentiate from that one guy who says that convex hones are merely a thin, the same thing you can do with a thin hone, or you can hone on the corner or whatever. And he does his pictures and all that kind of stuff. No, but Super Curve is according to the Ancient Grinder's Handbook. That was also found by Jared, who will go down. He will go down in history because I'm recording it. He's recorded it, and unless somebody gets me banned from YouTube and erases all my stuff, okay. I still have the original videos though, so I could always resurrect them. So this style was the style that Jared Connerty revived, okay, because he had been told by people who have worked for companies who have made sharp, straight razors for many, many years, that we here in America, and it extends off to England too. Well, England, Europe, a lot of places, the common teaching is that because there really wasn't, before Jared, there really wasn't a way to avoid the artisan touch of how do you shape your own stones. So the next item that brings me to the next edge that I found remarkable was an edge by Ertan a Razor Sabre France, and this is not that razor. This is a new razor I got. This is a German blank, 7/8 German blank. I just got this. Just came in. I have not honed it. I did strop it a little bit on the strops, and I'm gonna strop it here on the Gustave Le Lune horsehide. Actually, this one doesn't say Gustave Le Lune. It says Razor Sabre France. Again, something I got from Jared, and I'm just gonna give us. And you can tell the noisiness in that, and I've not done anything but strop this. I did check it in the method that I use. Check sharpness that I like, the pecking peanut, and it did seem sharp. But the original Razor Sabre that I had gotten, it was like, when I got that, it was a unique piece. I missed the first round of these ones that were made with the more unique French forged blank that was found laying around somewhere. It was probably forged in the 1950s or 1960s. And it's a long story in that. You'd have to look up one of my videos on that. But when I shaved with that, I found that was a remarkable edge. Okay, and based on my test, I had thought this one was pretty good. Okay, almost like that. But I wanted to see where because this razor maker says do not sell this as is, do not rehone it. So this has not been rehoned by me or the place I got it. And I would have got this from Jared if he had these. And even though that does pass that test, it's sharp, but it is just a little a little bit scratchy on that. Okay, so before I go on with that, sorry for the delay. I'm going to hit it on the shaped balsa strap shaped on the Jared plate. And I have a 10th micron CBN abrasive on this. This has a tendency to smooth things down. No disrespect meant to my friend at Razor Saber, who is, and looking at the grind on this is a very thin grind. It's characteristically looking at it like other razors that I had gotten, okay, from him. But that first one, it was remarkably sharp and remarkably smooth, and it was a point in there. And then I'm going to go on to the leather, and this is a hair-old leather that I got from Jared, and I put this on this shape thing. I did this after, and I don't know what the gentleman's name is. I think his screen name in places I've seen him was A Cut Above. And he was the first one that I saw that where he put a strop, piece of leather strop on a curve like this that he had, I don't know if he had hand shaped the curve or whether he has one of the Jared plates, but he was the first one that I saw do it. And I thought, that's a good idea. And I've been doing it ever since. And when you strop on something like this, and you're stropping, you're less likely to get too far into the edge. And that's what I like about it. Now let's see if I can do the rest of that particular shave pass. Let's see if I can recover that. That soap is kind of drying out. Okay, and this is a longer shave. So, yeah, it shaves well as, but I am going to put this one on the super curve, okay? Because I think, without any disrespect to Ertan, he's good honer. So the in feeling the beard reduction, it's basically the same between the two, but the one that I honed and finished up, I think I did hone, and I know I finished it on balsa progression. And I'm pretty sure that maybe some of the roughness could be due to this particular soap. If I'd have been using a soap that I find more cushioning, more protective, a tallow soap, I might not have felt that particular amount of roughness. The one other razor that I found to be changing was a razor that I got from a gentleman who retired his razor selling business and was known to teach a lot of people how to sharpen razors. I kind of got a feeling, had he been in the position that he didn't want to retire and just cash out, he may have been someone who would have tried the honing methods that I use. And I, based upon what I've seen in many people that try it, they like it, okay? To you, Jared. So let's get on with the shave here. So I bought this one razor while this gentleman in his razor selling business. It's something that I've made the observation that there's some decline in the interest in wet shaving. But the razor came from Straight Razor Designs, and Len Abrams owned it, and it was a remarkable, sharp and smooth. Okay, it was at the same level as this one was originally, and I was very happy with it. I was very happy to have tried it. And in what I mentioned in the decline of some of the interest, in wet shaving. I don't have any numbers to document it. I'm not in the business. I'm not in a position of having that information. But why would a thriving business had one of the a huge, diverse product line and online retail business? Why would you just close it up? Why wasn't it a position where somebody could have come in and bought that as an existing business and continue to operate that in an existing business? Or had at that point, I don't know what the date of that was, but at that point had there been some decline in sales? Okay, and so and much of that, or some of that decline, I can't explain the reason for that decline, but I think it happened. So, and the last Edge was the first time I shaved with an Artist Club shavette, and that was I seem to think that I put a professional super in there, hearing that this was the sharpest thing going, and I just, to this day, that has been my target. If I can sharpen a razor and get it to shave as well as that particular piece, then I'm very, very happy with what I had done. Actually, I'm sitting here talking and I'm repeating what I had done, and I'm not sticking with my pattern. I'm not the only guy that does that. And here's to you, Jared. One of the things in my honing thing, the guy that I bought my first razor from, was not only known for being able to create a very, very smooth, not necessarily sharp, but very, very smooth shaving edge. What I think one of his prime talents was to get he and some of his followers to engage in the online beatdowns. Whereas because you are the experts, you are the professionals, anybody that comes along that hasn't been around a long, long time and is not doing stuff your way, you pummel them. And here's my commercial for the Shaving Cadre. This is me. This is my avatar, Max Headroom. Been that for a long time. You don't find these guys there, okay? We can talk about the different things that we do. We don't, and there's no need to engage in that sort of behavior. But I guess that's what some people do. An interesting thing I saw not too terrible long ago, I did watch a hunting video of a guy who apparently he's hunting straight razors and he shaved with them, although at the time he was wearing a beard. And he talked about hunting and he does like a hanging hair test. And he made a differentiation between this part and this part, which is something I don't do. That particular stroke, I want to use that heel of that razor when I do that. That's very important to me, that this part of the razor be as sharp as this part of the razor out here, because I use the whole blade. I use all of it. I don't differentiate between little teeny tiny pieces of the blade. It's all got to be sharp. And I did finish up with the Sunday shaver. And it's not Sunday, it's Monday. Although I am on vacation. I'm on vacation this week. I'm going to do a quick flat blading. I don't know what happened to my my powder puffer. So this famous honer and his bootlickers, they came after me and they got me tossed off of the one shave forum that I was on. And, you know, because they didn't like how I was honing. And part of in my exchange with the master of the shave forum beatdown, okay, one of the reasons that he cited for doing that is I wish I'd have taken screenshots of all this stuff, because they took all of it down, because he's got his bunch of bootlickers over there. One of the kind of reasons that was cited for I was going to use alum, I'm not. Pro Raso aftershave balm was because I was talking about a method of honing that was initially talked about, and I was having success at it, initially talked about by Jared Connerty. And most people don't fight back when this guy administers his beatdowns. I did. I didn't take it, and I managed to speak plain and speak truthfully about my experiences, how I feel, and they don't like that either. You know, you have to kind of go along to be part of the club. For the aftershave, the Dovo, I got this from Jared. Aftershave Style Citrus Lion. And I really like this. You got to be careful with this because it has a wide open has a citrusy type of thing, and it has like a spicy kind of thing. It's a very enjoyable aftershave. I do enjoy that. But one of the things was the reason that I was subjected to the beatdown was because I was obviously one of the guys from the other side of the fence, from the master of the Shave Forum beatdown. Okay, which in retrospect, okay, brought me around to a different position, okay, where I started looking around where I could find people that were interested in talking about this crazy hobby that we got in shaving. And that group of people was the Shaving Cadre. This is the old logo, the, what do they call these, Cairn glasses or whatever. Look them up, www.theshavingcadre.com. Okay, you'll find me there. Bunch of great guys. If you're interested in straight razor shaving, you'll find that there. Plenty of guys do use lots of other equipment, including me. I've shaved with just about everything I can think of, except I really haven't delved deep into gem style razors using the gem blades, just because it was another blade format that I didn't know. But I have shaved with a couple of them. They do shave well, and you can learn how to shave with them real well. And I'm enjoying this. But that series of events brought about the change in my life and brought me to this great group of fellows that I've come to be friends with and enjoy things. Changes in our life. And to my friend Jared Connerty, I do wish you well, my friend, in your new pursuits. For those of you who haven't seen or don't know, I'll put a link in the bottom on this to his video. If he decides to, I think on YouTube he can control it. So if he can block the thing, he can block the things. But he does talk about it a little bit in his past. He has been, to me, a great business friend, not, in a customer vendor relationship. And probably most of the shave stuff that I've bought, okay, I got from him because he gave me information that empowered me as a buyer to make the decision that I wanted to make. And I wish him well. Salute. And to the rest of you, before I go, I do have my doctor's appointment at the end of this week. I'm on vacation this week, and I do have my follow-up doctor's appointment. It's 6 months after I change my diet. I expect my blood work to show that that my A1C or my blood sugar level will put me squarely into non-diabetic range. Now don't kid yourself. You think you do this stuff for 6 months and you can start eating pepperoni pizzas and donuts. No, you can't do that. You got to stick with it. It has to be a life change. It is the life change for me. It has made a difference in my life, just like some of these other things that I've talked about today. So I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. And we'll catch you all around on the Shave Forums and on the YouTube and everywhere else we go. So take care of you all. Bye.